Don't mind me just changing the brightness. Don't worry about the camera. While these ruffians were jostling with the broker, I was still near the entrance of the shop. When Windbag threw Nash over the counter, I felt a sharp pain in my arm. I pursued the man, but he shut himself in the storeroom. I could see him through the peephole of the door, though. The accused in a black coat shot the man in the back as he was trying to flee to safety. I saw the blood splatter all over that wretched girl. Wait. Oh, she wasn't a black coat. Damn. Alright. I was about to say, like, was she wearing the coat? Okay. Then she tossed the gun out the peephole, so I picked it up and made my escape. You saw the blood splatter on the girl? What blood? Lord gracious, this is quite extraordinary testimony. Wait, the blood on the jacket is purple though. That's your father's blood, dude. Why do you know about the blood on the coat? You claim, sir, under oath, to have clearly seen the defendant pulling the trigger. I have a sudden hankering for fries. For Wendy's fries. Order. It wasn't my intention to testify in this way. But neither is my intention to be found guilty of a murder I didn't commit. You see, my hand is focused. I tell the truth now as an act of self-preservation, blah, 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 whatever. The truth. Until now, the prosecution was completely unaware of these details. Audio. Oh, yes, well, sorry about that. Having shot me in the arm, the pawnbroker was then shot in the back by the accused. And as I said, she was showered in his blood. She was not showered in his blood. Shut up! You say the blood. You say this blood splattered over the accused's coat. Are you sure on that point? Oh yes, quite sure. All over the black overcoat that pickpocket girl was wearing at the time. Really? If a coat could somehow be shown to harbor vestiges of blood, that would be conclusive evidence, sure. It does, but not of Windbag's blood. Especially because he was shot. If he was shot in the back, how could there be blood hitting her? Such an investigation is entirely possible, my lord. What? Do we have the coat? Only very recently, a German scientist has developed a technique to identify human blood. So here's to the true science, not some amateur's detective's dubious foray into the world of chemistry. There's nothing dubious about Hell's work. His ideas are all sound. God damn it, so that means we can't even prove that it was purple? Come on, man. God damn it, how are we supposed to do it then? I'm still gonna try to prove it anyway. Ideas are of no use to us here. In science, as in law, theories must be proven before they stand. In Germany, the techniques have already been employed in the courtroom as a basis of evidence. Scotland Yard has a small quantity of the chemicals reagents used, with your lordship's permission. We could shatter all vestige of doubt within minutes. Yeah, bet. No. If you just want to show the blood, it's gonna be bad. This doesn't look good, no. Why not? Well, we know, don't we? That there's blood all over the front of Ginny's coat. If they tested with their chemicals. Oh, help. You're right. I was forgetting what happened yesterday. Don't move, Ginny. I'm going to shoot Susato. Oh, I miss you. I hope you're doing well on your voyage. There wouldn't be that much blood from shooting fucking goddamn Windibanks though, from the back. I'm just saying. But that's not Mr. Windibank's blood. That stain was from 2 months ago. That's Mr. Mason's blood from when he was stabbed by McGilden, who was wearing the coat at the time. My lord, the defense objects to the test proposed by the prosecution. Overruled. Lord Van Zeeks, break a sword once. I don't think you should have objected, but you should have said, this is fucking gonna, no. That's exactly what you should have said. This is gonna, no. With pleasure, my lord. And while we await the results, the defense may proceed with the cross-examination. Fuck my life, god damn it. Once they find that blood on the overcoat, Gina will be... Counsel! Yes, my lord! Your cross-examination. Of course, my lord. If this cross-examination doesn't go well, If I don't manage to uncover some decisive evidence, or a really compelling clue now, I have a very bad feeling about the outcome of this trial. All these ruffians were jostling with the broker. I was still near the entrance of the shop. Mr. Winnebeck emerged from the storeroom, I believe. Ringo and Nash were scouring. I thought he was about to say Ringo Bingo Dingo. I don't know why. I think I was thinking of bingo, which is usually how you say like correct, but like, and Nash were scouring the counter when he suddenly appeared and flew at them. He already had the revolver in his hand. Fortunately, I wasn't too close. I've never been so scared in all my life. Wario, yeah, we're just regular mild-mannered burglars, that's all. We don't even like violence. Says the pair who carry a gun. To be fair, they only have one gun out of the two, so could be worse. What do you mean when you say you were near the entrance of the shop? I was in the doorway, running my eyes over the shelves of forfeited items. Looking for the music box, of course. The broker went for Nash in the first place. Then Ringo joined in, making it 2 against 1, so I assumed they could handle the situation. But I was wrong. I was trying to help me little broth, but the old geezer chucked me over the blooming counter. So I pulled my gun on the old fella, and that soon made him scarper. The pair of you were setting upon the poor defenseless pawnbroker together. Shame on you. Sorry, Gov. When Winnebago threw Nash over the counter, I felt a sharp pain in my arm. You mean, that's the moment you were shot? Yes, though I didn't immediately realize what had happened, of course. Things crashed to the floor from the counter as the 3 men were brawling. It was at exactly that moment that it happened, so I didn't hear the gunshot. And the bullet went on to strike the calendar on the wall behind you. So it would appear. When I looked at my arm, I saw it was bleeding badly, so I wrapped my handkerchief around it. Seeing as I couldn't explain what had happened to a doctor, I had no choice but to wait for it to heal. I didn't imagine it would still be bleeding 2 days later. Did Mr. Winneback intend to shoot you, do you think? Well, no. I don't imagine he even noticed I was there, to be honest. Perhaps the gun went off accidentally. Anyway, it didn't quite strike home. When I pulled my gun on him, he tried to shove me out of the way. And then Scarper threw that door out back. At which point, what did you do? I pursued the man, but he shut himself in the storeroom. I could see him through the peephole in the door, though. You mean, you chased after him? I don't recall the reason why, but I ran after him to the back of the shop. And what about this peephole in the door you mentioned? Audio. Well, unsurprisingly, the storeroom door is a solid job, made of stout wood. But there's a small opening in it about head height that lets you see what's inside there from the outside. See, from there you could reach the doorknob, I think. Maybe? I don't know. Actually, I should know that, shouldn't I? I looked through it myself that night. Nice eyes you got there. Why does fucking Ashley know about the blood though on the coat? What about you burgling brothers? Did you see what went on through this peephole as well? Not likely, Gov. Didn't see nothing of the sort, Gov. I doubt these 2 buffoons were even aware of the peephole's existence. So the skulking brothers were there, but they didn't see the killing of Mr. Winnebago take place. Into the storeroom, I could see the broker and the young girl standing there. Did I find it? Yeah, though neither of them noticed that I was looking. That girl raised her gun and pointed it straight at the man. And then, what did you do next? The fact that he keeps moving his hurt arm is impressive. The accused in the black coat shot the man. Yes, when the crime was discovered, the defendant was found with a gun in her hand. But that was Mr. Winneback's gun, from which only a single bullet had been fired. And as we've already established, Mr. Graydon, that bullet was fired at you! But no, it wasn't the broker's gun that the pickpocket girl had when I saw her. Yes, the bullet from Winnebago's gun grazed my arm, and yes, Skulkin got grounded the detective. But this was not a gun entirely, a third gun. The broker's gun was not the murder weapon. So clearly there had to be a third firearm involved. In other words, the accused must have had her own gun with her at the time. But no other gun was found at the scene. Calm yourself, counsel. Sorry? You must consider the events in order. At first, I saw the broker and the girl glaring at each other, but then, all of a sudden, the broker turned to run. And it was at that moment the little gutter rat shot him in the back. Killing image, I must say. Yes, go on. I saw the blood splatter on the wretched girl. That didn't explain anything about the third gun. That literally explained nothing about the third gun. Oops, wrong button. Why did I press minus there? all over her. Yes, through the peephole I saw it clearly. Of course, the stains are invisible now, what with the coat being such a dark color. But I assure you, that garment is solid with the victim's blood. Well, it is solid with blood, that's for sure. But it's not Mr. Winamax's blood, is it? No, that's right. It's Mr. Mason Milverton's blood from when McGill had stabbed him 2 months ago. It's so annoying. If they only accept Hurley's chemical analysis, we could prove that. But they won't. So unfortunately, we can't use it as evidence to support our case. Bother. Same girl, same. Then she took the gun out of the people, so I picked it up and made my escape. Why would you pick it up? Why would you toss it up? Did I hear you correctly? She threw the gun out the room. That's right. After the broker fell to the floor, she started walking over. Over where exactly? In the direction of the storeroom door, to where I was watching. Of course, I quickly retreated, and then the girl dropped the gun through the peephole onto the floor to my side of the door. But why on earth would she do such a thing? I couldn't tell you. Perhaps she was hoping to distance herself from the murder weapon. Without thinking, I went and picked it up. For me, I would have hold open the door and just chuck it to the opposite side of the room if you were gonna really do that. I suppose I was just worried about leaving it there in case any more tragedies took place. Damn it, Van Zieks, you know that's a fucking lie. So it was you, in fact, who took the third gun from the scene of the crime. Where is it then, you fucking hussy? Yes, it was yours truly. I left it clear up to my lackeys and left. Clear up? We made a bit of mess around the count, so Mr. Whistle and Flutie told us to tidy up. He thinks he's our bloomin' mom or something. Well, I was paying you enough, by God. Tell me, Mr. Graydon, when you left the pawnbrokery that night, was it by any chance with the second disc in your jacket pocket? You're like a poor little gay. What's happening? Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? Gregson, please, we're in court right now. Gentlemen. Gregson, I'm sorry, buddy. Something wrong, Sunshine. That should be my line. You do realize you were just violently shaking Mr. Skulkin? Blimey, this D's a bit of a hooligan, ain't he? What was going on just now? You saw him. He grabbed me whistle. Why the blazes, he said. Didn't you mention the dirt gun when we were down at the station? And why didn't you? Cause we didn't know nothing about it. Or that flaming people on the door. Sorry about that. I can be prone to losing my rank sometimes. Not hurt, are you? Gregson. God blimey, see the way he's looking at me? I'm telling you, this is giving me the willies. That was strange. The inspector doesn't normally get quite as worked up as that. He wouldn't normally grab someone.
No, that wasn't like Grixie at all. He's normally all sweetness and light, no matter what I say to him.
Yes, well, I think you might be a special case, Iris.
Well, anyway, that was definitely out of character.
I don't quite understand why he did that. Something about the third gun? My lord. Requesting your lordship's permission to interrupt the cross-examination. You're already doing it, so why do you need permission? Explain yourself, officer. I have the result of the test that was ordered earlier, my lord. the blood on the accused's overcoat. Yabe! Thank you, officer. Very well. The cross-examination is hereby temporarily suspended. I presume you have no objections, counsel? No, my lord. I mean, you do, but I guess you can't really actually do anything about it, can you? Well, there you have it. The report, please, Inspector. Yes, sir. Traces of human blood were found on the overcoat of the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade. From the extent of the stains, it would appear that they were the result of spattering following a gunshot wound. But considering how much, oh, you know what, they probably can't tell how much blood is on it. I was gonna say, but the amount of blood on it, and the fact that she herself didn't have any blood, would indicate that fucking hell, it wasn't. End the report. Orders murder. God fucking shit. Don't you dance, don't you twirl. See, what'd I tell you? No, the blood on the coat is not Mr. Windibank's. What on earth makes you say that, counsel? The coat originally belonged to Magnus McGilded. Just before his coat was deposited at Windibank's, McGilded had fatally stabbed Mr. Mason Milverton. So the blood on that overcoat is the blood of the brickmaker from the omnibus case. Well, the dead cannot speak. Isn't that right, my Nipponi's friend? I mean, if we can get a Korean person to come here, then yeah. I think we can. Sorry. 2 months ago, in this very courtroom, did you not argue fervently for McGilded's innocence? And yet now that the man is dead, you brand him as a murderer. Bitch, we went over this. I accept responsibility that I done fucked up, even though it wasn't my fucking fault. Your conduct shatters any shred of respect you may have earned for yourself in this country. I don't fucking care. Oh, apparently he does care. But that was... I call it a bally disgrace. Treachery, that's what it is. How to determine whether the blood on that coat is 2 months old or not? Even a stereoscope couldn't help with the answer to that problem pop out. It can't be done. But we used Mr. Sholmes' specially formulated chemicals. Mr. Sholmes is a detective, not a chemist. I forgot his voice. When would you put such a faith in the chemical formula devised by me, for example, when I'm a communications officer? I held out pre-Oscar starving boy, and he ran away crying. What? What does that have to do with anything? Herlock Sholmes is barely more than a figment of the public's imagination. His name carries no weight in this courtroom. No weight at all. How could you say that? So rude. He's an idiot, but he does some things right. Victory is sweet indeed. This proves that my testimony is the whole truth from start to finish. How do you arrive at such a conclusion, sir? As the witness said, the accused's overcoat was spattered with the blood of the victim. The only way Mr. Graydon could possibly have known that fact is if he saw it happen. In other words, his testimony is solid, and the conclusion is singular. It was the accused who shot the victim in this case. That is the whole truth. Come on, man. My lord. Been a long battle, this one, but this old warehouse has something to say now, if you please. Oh no. Mr. Foreman? As it's exploded, the squadron has reached its final decision. Oh no. Ready, men! All for one now. Oh no. Is this gonna be a guilty? Sir! Uh-oh. Come on, man. Is this another summation examination, or is this how the trial ends? I can't even tell. God damn it. Of course this trial has to last like a bajillion years. I've been playing like 5+ hours, I think, already. Maybe? Maybe not. Well, it appears that ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached a unanimous verdict. The defense has consistently failed to unpick this... What? Sorry. The defense has consistently failed to unpick this witness's testimony. Here's to any attempt you may make at unpicking the juror's decision being equally successful. I'm tired of wagging. I don't believe it. After I've come so far. How is it all unraveling on me so fast? How very distressing. Who's this? To be held in such low esteem. Who's this? Who's talking? Please tell me that's Sholmes. Please tell me that's Sholmes. That would be so funny. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Officer? You have delivered a report now. That will be all, thank you. It occurred to me with some regularity, Mr. Naruhodo, that scientific truths are determined not by science, but by none other than the human mind. I know that voice. Am I going mad? It is! Please! The beard! I mean, the mustache, I can't take it. Oh my god! Honestly, I'm so happy he made it. It's worth it. It's worth it to stick it out this long, I guess. Not really, but also, whatever, he's here now. Holmes! Mr. Sholmes! Oh, where's the meaning of this? Oh my god, look at his pose, are you kidding me? Order! Order! Where's the bailiff? What did you do to him? What business do you have in here, detective? The last I heard you were recuperating in hospital. As well as I would be, had I not been set up on an errand. Oh, what? As well as I would be, had I not been set up on an errand. Is this the thing that Susato asked? What errand?
Hurley, it's really you! You're awake at last!
Yes, good day, Iris. I appear to be rather late to rise. My apologies. I love it! I love it! He looks at the fucking mustache. Now, my lord, if you will humor me. I'm dressed as an officer, but don't worry about it. In what matter, sir? I love it! I can't see his face! I have something of great importance I wish to give to the young lawyer over there. I need no more than 5 minutes. Would you be so kind as to spare us the time? What say you to this, Lord Van Zix? This trial has taken many hours of the court's time, having spent so long already. Exactly, having spent so long already. We don't want to go wasting any more precious time. As I was saying, having spent so long already, it would seem churlish whatever to deny the defense a mere 5 minutes. Thank you. Grayson, you gotta be nice to us, man. Very well done, counsel. You have 5 minutes.
No! He changed down! Oh, go back! Put on the stash! God damn it!
Fuck. My dear fellow, I apologize. Sorry, God, there's some hair that's... Okay, sorry. I apologize for my tardy arrival. Mr. Sholmes, are you alright now? Alright, I'm all wrong. Sorry? I've only just managed to summon the strength to stand, man. I asked the judge for 5 minutes. But I fear even that may prove too much for me. Pray forgive me should I pass out. Oh dear. Let's make this discussion as short as possible.
Hurley, this place is full of idiots. None of them can see how wonderful your chemical blood analysis is.
Ah well, that concoction of mine was really just a bit of sport to assist me in my investigations. I never took the trouble to refine it for appraisal by the scientific community. An oversight on my part. Right. Modesty? Surely not. Oh, I mean, it works, doesn't it? But enough of that. I'm here to give you this. Susato! What is this, a lunchbox? I don't imagine. I'm here to give you this, my dear fellow. What's that? A lavender furoshiki wrapping. A leaving present from Miss Susato. From Miss Susato? If possible, matters were to be settled without me giving you this. Those were her instructions when she asked me to do this her favor. I don't understand. Oh shit, what the... Mrs. Sato foresaw today's events, I believe. Oh man, his hands are fucking huge, man. You see that shit? It's huge. That's some yaoi hands. He can literally cover Iris' entire head. She knew that the culprit would attempt to escape justice by means both devious and underhand. And that you, Mr. Naruhodo, fighting fairly as you are wont to do, would find yourself in considerable peril. At that very moment of crisis, you were to be given this small parcel. Those were the dear lady's instructions. A leaving present from Susato-san. Whatever could it be? Oh, what is that? That looks familiar. What is this?
Oh! It's the machine I made!
What does it do again? I forget. The cat door? Oh? Oh? What? Huh? What?
Look! I used this! It's my latest invention!
What? What is that?
I call it the cat flapomat. It can make a cat flap for any furry friend like Waggy in seconds.
Oh, what? What does this have to do with what?
What's Susie up to?
Mrs. Sato muttered the following words before she left. I'm a failure. I don't deserve to be a judicial assistant.
What? Did she say something like that?
Why? Oh, Susato. Oh. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. What was your voice? Oh my god, it's been so long.
Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure.
I don't? Huh? Whatever does she mean by that, Mrs. Sholmes? That night, when you left Windibanks in pursuit of the thieves, Mrs. Sato made use of this contraption for a certain purpose. That is your answer, dear fellow. That peephole wasn't there. That peephole wasn't there. That peephole wasn't there. Not all that cryptic then. Sato-san used this cat flapomat that night, but why? That fucking peephole wasn't there. Are you telling me this stupid contraption can also put handles on the fucking door fucking frame? Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. At least this one we have physical proof of it working, but oh my god. It never occurred to me that that fucking peephole was fake. Your 5 minutes is over. We're out of time already. Good, I can't fucking stand. I need to lay down, excuse me. Oh no, he's at the stand, never mind. Oh buddy, can you give him a chair? I'm grateful to you for affording us that brief recess, Mr. Reaper. I need no thanks, detective. After all, the die is cast. Is it really? The jurors are unanimous in their leanings. No doubt my learned friend will consider a summation examination. But any attempt to alter the verdict now would be utterly futile. I wonder. Mr. Naruhodo. Please don't do your deductions here. Yes? Or maybe do? I don't know. The rest is down to you, dear fellow. No, damn. Imagine. What is your plan? The rest is down to me. I need to be careful here. If I make a wrong move, the trial will end badly. Well, since you want to say something like that. Actually, how long have I been playing? Oh wait, I can't see it. Never mind. I was like trying to look back at the save I played last time. Stupid. My lord, the defense requests. He technically said that the summon examination would be futile, right? Is it this? The fact that you give me a chance to choose. I don't remember the testimony, but it mentions the door thing, right? Maybe? Further cross-examination. No, give me it. Fuck you. The jurors have spoken. Protocol dictates that you may not cross-examine a new witness now. Why? I just want to talk to the man that was talking before. I don't need a new testimony. Compact machine for the sorry. Compact machine for the replication of small flaps and larger doors to allow cats to come and go freely. This doesn't make any sense. How does this work? This is stinking stupid. Oh, I can't examine anything? Oh wait, here it is. Oh! Whoa! Those vicious teeth look like they can rip through almost anything.
They're good, aren't they? They're made of special alloy I developed just for this job. The cutter rotates 10 times per second so that I can get through any kind of door in no time at all.
What are the two parts at the top here?
Those are for attaching hinges to the section of the door that gets cut out.
Right, of course.
Nothing can match this machine for power. It can make mincemeat of even the toughest of doors.
It sounds so charming and friendly when you say what it's for, But it feels like the reality of the Flapple-Man is that it's a grim weapon for door destruction.
While the heist is so adorable, there's nothing I wouldn't do for him, even developing deadly weapons.
So how does the door attach? Tell me. How does the door attach and how does the handle attach? How is that? It looks kind of like a monster. Ah. Okay, bye. The defense is not asking for the cross-examination of a new witness. Rather, to continue with the one of the existing witness. Oh yeah, we had paused it. That's why we still can't do it. What? It would appear that a rather important detail has escaped your attention, Mr. Reaper. My lord. Requesting your lordship's permission to interrupt the cross-examination. Yeah. We will pause it. Officer? Very well. The cross-examination is hereby temporarily suspended. Yeah. I presume you have no objections, Counsel? No, my lord.
So nobody can say anything then. If Runo asked to resume his cross-examination of Mr. Graydon,
the court is obliged to allow it. This is absurd. Man, I really love Sholmes. He really started off as being an idiot, but I've grown to love him. I'll remind those present that this is my courtroom. I concur that the defense is entirely within its right to request a continuation of the cross-examination. However, I will not permit an unremitting protraction of these proceedings. Therefore, I have decided to afford the defense one final opportunity in concluding the cross-examination. Counsel, you must choose but one statement from the witness's testimony, and but one piece of evidence to present and support your argument against it.
A single chance to present evidence.
If following that the situation remains unchanged, I shall move to adjudication. Adjudication, I think. Is that clear, counsels? You will not press the witness any further. Okay, I won't. My lord. Yes, my lord. A single statement and a single piece of evidence. Most generous. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's high time I fell in a dead faint. I leave this in your capable hands. They didn't want to animate a new proper serious Folly, so he just went. Oh my god, truly love the man. Oh man, thank you. Alright. Mr. Sholmes! The fucking flail. If I were there in person, I would actually laugh my ass off. I know it's like I know in like their like in all seriousness, it's bad that he fainted, but also it's so funny the way he fainted. Just stand so whatever before the court in a state of such high fever. Either man has extraordinary strength of mind or an extraordinary lack of feeling. He's just a good boy. I imagine he's feeling very little now. The detective is sleeping soundly in one of the antechambers. Strike a man when he's down, why don't you? Well done, counsel. Are you fully prepared? Yes. One statement. One piece of evidence. I won't let Mr. Sholmes down. Or Iris. And I won't waste this final chance that Susato-san has given me. This is going to decide the entire outcome of the trial. Very well then. Under the terms I have outlined, you may resume the cross-examination. Okay. No pressing. Gotta choose the right statement. Gotta use the right evidence. We know the evidence. It's just a statement. I think there's a statement that mentions the people. Ruffling, ba-da. When the wind back threw Nash over the counter, I felt a sharp pain in my arm. I can't skip this shit. Oops. Pursue the man, but he shut himself in the storeroom. I could see him through the peephole in the door, though. Oh, wait. Is there any other mention of the door? Okay, so there's two statements that mention the peepholes thing. Peepholes. So the question is, which one do I present it at? To toss the gun out? Okay, maybe Maybe it's the seeing? Well, there's not a central contraption console. It's gonna eat your face.
Oh, it's my cat Flapomat, my lord. It makes a way for cats to get in and out of a room. You can cut through any door you can think of and make a little new door in the middle of it.
That's right, my lord. It's a device for creating so-called cat flaps. Small doors for cats to come and go as they please, without their owners having to open the main door. I'm sure we can all work it out for ourselves. But that cat lover's contrives has no possible relevance to this case. Oh, really? Of course it doesn't. To start with, there's no cat flap in the pawnbroker's door. Not being a keeper of cats myself, I'm afraid I fail to see what this has to do with the matter at hand. Perhaps it would help if I described this function another way then. This contraption is able to create a peephole in any door you can imagine in practically no time at all. I beg your pardon. A peephole, you said? You know, thinking about it, really was no reason for that peephole to be there. I thought in the beginning when we saw it, it was gonna be like a thing where like someone stands by on the other side and being like, what's the password or something like that, but, you know. 2 nights ago, we arrived at the scene only minutes after the murder of Mr. Winnebags had taken place. That's right. According to the paperwork at the yard, it was you, your Japanese assistant, and Sholmes. Yes, the 3 of us were together, and it's recently come to my attention that my assistant made use of this device at the time. Your assistant did what? There was a peephole in the storeroom door. I can attest to that. Because I looked through the peephole myself in order to see inside the locked storeroom. This is ludicrous. What are you trying to say? Of course there was a peephole in the door. I said that as my testimony. How else could I have witnessed the crime, for pity's sake? Yes, how could you? What? Counsel, kindly say what you mean. Actually, wait a minute. Gina, you went through that door when there wasn't a peephole there. Shouldn't you have noticed it? That there wasn't a peephole there? Gina. Why did you fucking say anything? God damn it. Oh, God. Alright, it's time. Time to strike the final blow. What I mean is this, my lord. My assistant made the peephole in the storeroom door, and until such time as she did, that door had no hole in it to look through. What? No! This is a farce. Are you really suggesting that the peephole in the door was... Yes, it was created only after the incident had taken place by my judicial assistant using this device. Your assistant tampered with the crime scene while being fully aware of the gravity of her actions. That's why she had to dip. She was like, I gotta go. But here, take this. This is a most serious act of vandalism. For which I humbly apologize, my lord. It was in a few minutes that I left the scene in order to pursue the Sulkin brothers and alert the police. Nevertheless, in the light of this new information, it becomes apparent that Mr. Graydon's testimony is riddled with holes, or lack thereof. Riddled with... Explain yourself, counsel. The majority of Mr. Graydon's testimony that appears to incriminate the defendant is based upon what he witnessed through the peephole in the storeroom door. Yeah, that filthy gut shooting the man in the back. However, if at the time of the incident, that peephole did not yet exist at the door, there's no possible way that you could have seen what you claim to have seen. Brr. In short, your entire testimony is a pack of lies. Yeah, and then they also mentioned, the thieves also mentioned there was no peephole. They didn't see a peephole. Order. Is there any credence in this revelation? None whatsoever, as my learned friend must surely realize. Exactly. This is just a cheap trick designed to discredit me. I'm afraid not, sir. Of course it is. Do you seriously expect people to believe that plaything can cut through a solid wooden door? There's a door behind you to prove it.
Oh yes, I designed it to be very powerful. It can cut through even the toughest of doors.
That's absurd. I don't believe it for a second. Try it. Do it.
Ha! had a feeling you'd say that.
Whereas the blood thing, we can't prove at this time. This we can prove.
Waggy, Kui, time for dinner.
Kui? Oh, they made it. She made it when we weren't looking. What's Kui? Oh, that's right, she brought the cat with her. I forgot about that.
Well?
You're right. This is the old barley. One does not make cat flaps on the old paneling of the old barley. It's fine. I'm not done yet, don't worry. This doesn't mean that the peephole in the storeroom door at the Windibanks was made by your machine. And there's no way you can prove that it was.
No, but it's easy.
What?
The cat flaps my cat flapomat creates are all fixed sizes. And the dimensions of the peephole at Windibanks are an exact match.
How do you know that without checking? Okay. Did you check? I didn't see you check.
Old Sergei's lost for word.
Excellent work, Iris. Thank you. And now it's my learned student's friend's turn to be lost for words, I feel. I believe your judicial assistant has already left the country for your Eastern Island home. Well, yes, that's true. Then you may have some difficulty in establishing all the facts. For the sake of argument, let us assume the peephole has dimensions that are a perfect fit for this contraption. In that case, when was the peephole cut? The prosecution demands proof of your answer. Can we see a picture? You can see it! You can see it! You can see it! I didn't realize it! We're good. We got it. We figured it out. Don't worry about it. We know it. It's okay, Ryunosuke. We figured it out. What is the purpose of your line of inquiry, Lord Van Jeeks? It's very simple, my lord. The defense argues that the peephole was created after the incident using the device. But now that the perpetrator has returned to her native land, she cannot testify to the fact. There is no proof. And as for how long the defense remains unable to prove when the peephole was made, my learned friend's claims amounts to nothing more than a baseless accusation. Wait, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Ryunosuke, stop it. Stop it. I can prove it. Please, just let me prove it. Indeed, that is so, Lord Van Jeeks. Well, counsel?
Don't give up now, Runo. This is the time to create your own opening and force your way through.
We have the answer. We know it. I don't know if I can do this, but I do know one thing. Sato-san is the greatest judicial assistant in the world. Hell yeah! Very well. The counsel for the defense will present evidence to support the claim made. Proof that the peephole in the door of Windibank storeroom was created after the events and not before. This one, right? Right? Okay. What are you? A print from the detective's infernal cameras again. My judicial assistant, Miss Susato Mikotoba, is an extremely intelligent and capable woman, which is why I never had any cause to doubt. She would have considered this scenario and made sure I had the necessary proof. And the necessary proof is this photographic print, counsel. This print shows the scene in the shop moments after the defendant entered the premises. Agreed. And it also shows the accused mercilessly wielding a gun in the direction of the defense's broker. But more to the point, it pictures the storeroom door in the background. Let me see that print again. I don't believe it. This really is quite remarkable. The door to the storeroom is completely devoid of a peephole of any description. Mr. Graydon, you couldn't possibly have witnessed the crime as you claim to have done, because at the time it happened, there was no peephole in the door. In other words, your testimony fucking sucks!